Welcome to MJ and Kate on Spring Break Tips and Tricks, episode 12. Our show starts at 9 a.m. MJ and Kate on Spring Break Tips and Tricks, episode 12. Our show starts at 9 a.m. Check us out on YouTube at MJ and Kate on, where you can find past episodes, Our show begins exactly at 9 a.m. MJ, a licensed real estate agent, and Kate, a licensed insurance agent, both run businesses here in West Michigan. Today we'll be giving you some tips and tricks on your upcoming spring break, whether you're staying local or whether you're headed out to the beach or the snow or the mountains. Good morning. Welcome. It's MJ and Kate live, and we start every Monday at 9 a.m. And we are here in our hometown of Rockford, Michigan. And today we're going to be talking about spring break tips and tricks. And if you'll notice on the screen, you see me, because it's me. So it looks like that it'll be the two of us along basically me and my notes today for this particular episode. So if you have any comments, tips and tricks that you want to know, or if you just want to tell me where you're listening into from, go ahead and stick it down there in the comments. And so forgive me if I stumble over my words a little bit, or if I am trying to get everything all keyed up here. So today, let's start with March Madness. So Kate's family's big basketball March Madness fans, and so they are running a bracket this week. And so if you have an opportunity to share with us what your predictions are for the upcoming week, please do so on our Facebook page. And Kate will be back next week to show us what her bracket is. So when we're talking about vacation and getting ready for spring break, one of the things that we want to start with is kind of our pre-planning. What are some of the things that we're doing to get planning for the vacation? So if you have traveled in a couple of years due to the pandemic, then you definitely want to make sure that you are calling your resorts, calling the different things that you want to do while you're on vacation that you've done for years, but may or may not be open. So that might be a good opportunity for you to go ahead and check some of those things out for what's going on right there. Feel free to go ahead and put anything in the chat. Tell us where you're at. And let us know what's going on today. So one of the other things we're going to talk about is packing. So if you're going on a long vacation or a short vacation, here are a couple of tricks for you. So I would recommend that if you're going to be gone for a long time, think about whether or not you want to be able to do laundry or not do laundry. If you're willing to do laundry, then you can take a lot less items with you, and if you're not willing to do laundry, then you might have to pack a few more things. So something that's new that we've noticed on vacation recently is things like Shipped or Amazon or other .com options. And so if we forget anything, we can go ahead and order that on the plane or in the car and have it shipped to our resort or hotel destination. The other thing that I like to do, especially if we're staying somewhere, is to do a shipped shopping order and go ahead and I'll set up bottled water or other drinks, snack foods, that sort of stuff that you can just have shipped right to your resort when you arrive. And then you don't have to figure out where's the local grocery store, where's all the stuff in the store, that sort of thing. So, those are some great tips there. And then also double check your documents. You definitely want to make sure you have all the proper documents if you're traveling, whether you're going to stay in the country or go out of the country. You just want to make sure that wherever you're headed to, they don't have any restrictions for your documents. All right. So that was some of our pre planning. How many people are going to a Disney resort? Are you going to one of the theme parks this year? So definitely want to check out some of the blogs. There are a lot of podcasts, a lot of different blogs about taking vacations in Florida, going to the theme parks, things like that. And so, a couple of things that I wanted to point out is this picture that's over here that shows my family, and it says Disney Photo Pass, and it's kind of got a watermark on there. Um, and so one of the things that Disney offers is called PhotoPass, and you can sign up ahead of time. And basically, what it does is it gives you an opportunity to be geotagged throughout the park. And what will happen is that no matter if you are in a ride or an attraction that takes a photo of you, or you see one of the photographers, many photographers that are going around, you can have all those pictures uploaded to a CD or digital cloud account. And for about 60 to 80 bucks, you can have all your memories taken from with a professional photographer throughout your entire day or stay at the park. So it's really kind of a nice feature for you to get a lot of good photos of you and the family, especially if you're like at a water park where you wouldn't necessarily be taking your camera or have your cell phone out. The professional photographers can do that. And if you're going to have small kids and visit with all the characters, that's a great opportunity for you to get all those as well. If you're also going to the theme parks, Universal Studios, we did that with our preteens for the first time last summer. And one of the things that we noticed for a short time having been from Florida is that there's lots of rides and attractions and things that it can get kind of hot. And so we want to make sure that you have uh, plenty of water with you, also that you have scheduled some breaks in the day. One of the things that we noticed at Universal Studios is they have an express pass. An express pass allows you to join a shorter queue than you normally would with the rest of the guests. And due to the fact that we knew we were traveling during a heavy travel period, it was a spring break time, summertime, and that they were going to be, we only had 1 day pass. We ended up paying for the express pass at Universal. Now, that's not cheap. By the way, it almost cost us like double, as if we had brought another family or a whole nother person for a whole nother day with us. But what it did allow us to do is in the two different theme parks, Universal Studios and Universal Islands of Adventure, it allowed us the opportunity to get in almost 27 rides. So that's quite a lot of rides to get in 1 day, but we were able to enjoy pretty much all the attractions that we have. A lot of the theme parks, both Universal and Disney included, have sort of like queued up passes. I know Universal had one for the Hogwarts Express, and you were only allowed to get one ride um, on that per day. So double check to make sure which rides have that sort of thing. Disney's changed their Fast Pass or Express Pass system. It's now called Genie, and you definitely want to go online and read up about it because it's all brand new. So that's kind of the theme parks. I've been going to the theme park since I was a little kid. There's a picture right over there on the right hand side of the screen. I'm the one in the brown pants and the striped shirt, and we were one of the first groups of kids to get the day pass. So back in the early 70s, late 70s, Disney's introduced a day pass. Before you had to buy an individual ticket or book a tickets in order to be able to go to all of the different rides and attractions. But we had a day pass, and so we were able to pretty much go anywhere that we wanted to go. Uh, so there's some things about the theme parks. I recommend that you pack plenty of um, bottled water with you or a refillable bottle, especially at the parks. You can refill your water bottle from almost any water fountain or station. At Universal, if you go up to any of the Coca-Cola freestyle kiosks, they dispense free ice and water. So if you take a portable water bottle with you, it's a great way to get hydrated all day. And also for snacks, because you're going to be kind of in those queues, things that are going on. So if you want more information about the theme parks, like I said, check out some of the blogs or attractions or different videos that you can find online on YouTube, and find your favorite blogger who's given out tips and tricks about different stuff. So um, we'll probably do a show a little while later all about what's going on with theme parks, having worked there for 21 years. So, yeah, so definitely check that out. So, if you're traveling this spring break with children, kind of remember that you know your children. So, even though you're leaving the house and you're going someplace new, and they should be super excited about that, they're still going to have some of the same things that they have at home. They're going to get tired, they're going to get hungry, they're going to want to do their own things. So I recommend that you definitely think about who your kids are and plan ahead so that you plan in some breaks along the way and along the day, as well as like when you're going to have meals and that sort of thing, and try not to get them too far off track on the meals. So yeah. Also, what about those people that are staying here around town? So we've done that a couple of times where either it's spring break snuck up on us and we didn't plan ahead and to head out to somewhere else, or it conflicted with some other events, or maybe we just were on a budget that particular time of year. So having moved from Florida to Michigan, we definitely understand why Michiganders want to get out of the snow and the cold and experience something further south. But the kids and I have had a great opportunity to experience many things here in the Grand Rapids area, where we went ahead and had a staycation. So some of the things that we've done here locally, we've been to the Critter Barn down toward the Zeeland area, as well as the Zeeland Aquatic Center. We have also had an opportunity to do many of the museums in town, and a great resource that I'll put down in the comments is GR Kids and Grand Rapids Kids com, and they have great tips and tricks and things for you to do if you're going to be staying here. Things anywhere from visiting a bee farm to learn more about bees and how bees affect our environment, to doing some rope climbing courses, or just hanging out at some great parks here in the area. So, one of the things that another thing I want to mention to you is about some spring break travel safety. So, yeah, you always want to be careful while you're on. Did you see that guy? He made it. Score. Well, you definitely want to be sure to not show your insurance agent that particular photo. So it's a good thing that Kate's not with us on the call today. But that, yeah, so think about some of the things that you're doing. You tend to be really relaxed and not think about safety issues. But one of the things you want to double check is that you have your ID and that you have it on it everywhere that you go, especially if you're traveling in the resort parks and you think, hey, I just showed up at Disney and they gave me this nice little wristband to wear, and I just scan that for everything. Well, the only thing it doesn't scan is your ID, how old you are, which is required by state law in order for you to have any beverages or anything like that. So you always want to have your ID or passport, especially if you're traveling abroad. You always want to have it on your person and make sure that you remember to do things like that your hotel door is locked, your car doors are locked, that your valuables are hidden, that you don't have anything where people can look in your car and look for that. Also, another thing that's new is your cell phones. People have been traveling a little while for cell phones, but some of the things you can do is like a geolocation. You can share your location, and that might be not only with the family members that are within your party, but maybe you want to share your location with somebody back home. So, especially if you're traveling abroad, so that people kind of know where you are, and if should something happen, that people are able to kind of get a hold of you and keep in touch with you. So it's a great thing to share your location within the group that you're traveling with, especially if you're traveling in a group of individuals, and that way everybody kind of knows, okay, somebody stayed back at the hotel, somebody went to the pool, and then we don't have to worry about being in this this foreign space and not knowing where anybody is. So, talking about that, travel in groups, especially if you're young people and you're going, this is your first time you're going on spring break and you're going to be traveling out there. Mom and dad's back home, and this is your first spring break solo experience. Make sure you're traveling with a group and ask for help because you're in a strange place. You're somewhere that you don't know what's going on, and don't be afraid to ask for help. So, if you're staying around the Grand Rapids area. And I just wanted to remind you that Kate and I both have full time jobs where we are both a licensed real estate agent, myself, Michael J. with Speaker Real Estate, and Kate Landis, an insurance agent with Farm Bureau Insurance. And by the way, Kate is one of only 6 women who own Farm Bureau Insurance agencies here in West Michigan. So congratulations to her. So, but if you're looking to uh, move anywhere here in the Grand Rapids area or out of the area or move into the area, just remember that I'm a licensed agent and I'm able to help you out. So hey, so that brought us back to some of our tips and tricks that we have here for today. So whether you're taking a staycation or a vacation, and we took a little poll, and it looked like, as I checked it last night, that there was actually 56% of you said that we're going to stay. We're going to stay here, and 44% said that you were headed out on a vacation. So if that's you, if you're on a vacation, have fun, give yourself plenty of time. Don't remember that you haven't traveled in a while. If you're headed out to the airport or riding on a plane, check those mask requirements. They still are having some of those things that are still continuing to be a barrier for us. And if you're staying close at home, check out GR Kids and see some of the things that they have that are available here locally. So, as for our family, we're going to be staying here. We're going to be staying here locally, and we are going to just see how many different things we can figure out what we can do in a week here in the Grand Rapids area. So, thanks for tuning in to MJ and Kate live on spring break tips, and hopefully you found something interesting in this particular episode. Uh, Check us out on our YouTube channel at MJ and Kate On. And there we have archived all of our previous episode videos. We are currently on number 12, as well as created some new shorts. So you could check those out as well over there at MJ and Kate On at the YouTube channel, as well as scroll down either in Facebook page for Michael J, Kate Landis, the Landis Agency. You could also find us on Twitch. So A lot of kids use Twitch for gaming, but there's a growing number of us that are podcasting also there as well. And you can also find this and uh, MJ at Twitter. So you can do that as well. So thanks for tuning in this week. Next week, we are going to be talking with Pastor Dan Cooley. Pastor Dan Cooley is a good friend of Kate and I's and a wonderful personality. And so actually next week is National Goof Off Day. And so we'll be talking with Pastor Dan. Kate has set up a Who Can Laugh First. So we're going to be telling some dad style jokes and just kind of goofing around and seeing kind of on the game show who scores who and who makes each other laugh the most. So glad you could make it, and we'll see you next time. Join us next week on MJ and Kate, where we have a special guest, Pastor Dan Cooley of City Church. Pastor Dan will be joining us as we celebrate National Goof Off Day. So please set your calendar and your timer for 9 a.m. next Tuesday right here on Facebook.